So it is 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Just bought some fish from a local fisherman.
You're supposed to tell him we caught it.
Then we have Rodriguez, who found out he really likes shrimp. And he can jump now.
Yes, okay.
Shiva is sewing the spray hose.
That's great.
We countered the dinghy. There's always something to do.
I came back to hear your voice that still echoes through the streets.
We can't help but feel a little discouraged because we feel there's something expensive and important breaks every second day. But traveling with Corona makes it's really difficult and it's very expensive. Let's cross our fingers. Please let the motor work. Yank it!
Well, maybe there is a small leak in the system, or in some way, like if it kind of doesn't keep the full count pressure on with the diesel or something, and then we can start it at the same time.
We're finally free to go check out some islands, and the motor broke down immediately after leaving anchor. But by the end of the day, we were able to fix the motor, and now we're out. Maybe the nicest sailing we've done in 3 months. I think this is the nicest sailing we've done with the ship so far. I mean, most comfortable.
We had to go at it yesterday as well.
We had a few minutes yesterday.
Nobody's sick.
But it's not rolling.
Everybody's smiling. So here, like this is, what is this, like 12 knots or something like this of wind, a little bit less. And she's going 75% of her max speed, 80% of her max speed. We're doing like 5.5, right? So we're doing a bit more when it's really low. So we now argue that this is the nicest sailing.
I think I owe you a little update on the clinic. So sorry I've not really talked so much about the clinic because this is COVID times and there's been focus on so many other things. So the whole idea is that we're gonna have volunteer doctors on our boat, and then we're gonna go out voyages of 2 weeks to provide free medical care back to a base to stock up on medicine, on medical equipment and so on. And then we get a new team of volunteer doctors, and then we go out again. And we do that on rotation, of course. So we got an email a couple days ago from the Ministry of Health of Solomon Islands saying that we cannot start our medical mission this year as planned because of COVID. So they want first to have a program with the COVID vaccination before we can launch a free-floating clinic mission. So that means that right now we're in dialogue about how, when that's going down, and we might assist with this vaccination program. So we just arrived to a small island in the middle of nowhere on the Caribbean side of Colombia. It is the most densely populated island in the world, so everything, it's just houses. There's not a spot of green anywhere, and it's a little bit dirty, but it's quite nice. Interesting place to see for sure.
Ese amor llega así de esta manera, no tiene la culpa. Caballo le dan sabana, porque muy despreciado, por eso no te perdono llorar. Ese amor llega así de esta manera, no tiene la culpa. Amor de compra y venta, amor del pasado. Ven, 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 ven. Bamboleo, bambolea, porque mi vida yo la prefiero vivir así.
Gracias. Ok, 10.
30, 45.
Muchas, muchas gracias.
Our cat had ringworm, so now we all have ringworm because he likes to sleep in our bed. So we finally got to an island that has a pharmacy, and we're attempting to get rid of our ringworm.
Shiva and Bjorn traveled back to Denmark, while Marshall and I had one last stop in Colombia.
It was kind of cloudy and windy and like 2 meter, maybe a little bit more waves, and it's just sheer cliffs all the way around it, so it's a little nerve-wracking when you can't see where you're going, you know, you just keep heading to this sheer cliff for and then finally when right when you get up to it, you see that it opens up and you can get back, and there's this little tiny town and there's nobody here. I don't think many people come here.
So we have arrived to this super small fisherman's village on the border between Panama and Colombia. And it's a very interesting little village because you can only get to it by donkey back or by boat. And they have only seen 3 other sailboats come in the last year. This is the place where boats go to die. We're currently waiting on a weather window to pass. Right now there's like 40 knots and we're gonna get it on the beam, so it's a little bit too much. So we're waiting out the weather. We have no food, we have no money, but we traded some fishing line for some mangoes and some papaya and some rice. So we should be able to survive for the next 4 days. We made friends with some of the locals, and they told us in order to go to the neighboring village that's like on the other side of the mountain. Cat, go away! Roger, little terrorist. In order to go to the next village over, you can take a hike. It's around an hour. But if you take the wrong trail, you can get plomo, meaning you can get shot.